half of play. So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where you see the final score there. Bryce Young, a touchdown pass in the victory. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. Tua Tagovailoa, over 300 yards through the air with a touchdown pass as well. And then on Monday night, folks, you are in for a treat. They've got a good one lined up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet.
Out a bit
I think there could still be some fireworks.
We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And that'll move the sticks. 1st down, up to the 40. He'll drop to throw. Now he'll run it. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
At the 25-yard line.
Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certainty.
And he will take it in himself. Touchdown, Browns. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's a give left side to Harris. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He'll get this to his tight end, Freiermuth.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at third down. He'll give it to Harris again. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. Shaheed in motion. They run on the jet sweep. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
2nd down, it's Fields. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Here's a run, and he will dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike, and it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. As we look back at some of the highlights in this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
There's that man again, another catch. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down. Tight end going in motion here. They'll stay on the ground. He'll take this down inside the 30. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Second and 7. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Dan Campbell will opt to bring out the field goal unit. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. They'll try to set up the screen here. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Now, Fields. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Here's Fields. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the Steelers' first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Neutral zone infraction, defense. Still first down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Fields. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
He'll take off again.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. He will have a Steelers first down. He has it by plenty as they keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches. They'll try the right side this time. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play action, here's Fields. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Budda Baker with the coverage defensively, able to break that one up. Fields from the gun on 3rd to the end zone. It's intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The home team's offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They'll come up here 1st and 10. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And that's not going to yield a whole lot. Up to only about the 23. Here's a 2nd and 9. They motion a receiver right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He is going to have a Browns first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a gain of 7 yards. A handoff as they try to run it here, and he'll get about 5. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Here now, 3rd and 5. Throwing now from the... That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Steelers' offense and quarterback Justin Fields make their way back out. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Fields. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Fields to throw for it. He's got the 1st down and more than that. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Now a give up the middle, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now a handoff, running right. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Here's 3rd and 7. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. He'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for the Browns. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dog Pound's happy. It's a win for the Browns as we say farewell from Cleveland.